The BCCI president and former India cricket captain Sourav Ganguly has complained of a chest pain and has been admitted to the Apollo Hospital in Kolkata. These are shots of him coming into the hospital. Remember, he's been unwell. He's had a heart attack in the recent past and he's had some stents, one stent which has been put in. There was an expectation that he would need to get more surgeries done, more stents perhaps inserted. But it's a bit of a concern that fortunately he's walking in, but there is cardiac pain, which obviously would need to be addressed now. Let's go across to Sourav Gupta. Sourav, what's Sourav Ganguly's condition?
Well, Vishnu, at this point, what we can tell you is that Sourav Ganguly has been brought to the Apollo Hospital. He's been here. He's undergoing evaluation at this point. And what doctors say is that they are yet to determine whether the cardiac pain or the chest pain that he experienced has got anything to do with the previous ailment that he had, of course, which is blockages in his artery, for which one stent was inserted, which is the angioplasty that he underwent at the Woodlands Hospital earlier in Kolkata. Now, of course, he's come back here complaining of chest pain. He was rushed to the hospital with police security so that he could get in here as soon as possible. And at this point, doctors say they are evaluating his condition, and any further decision on his treatment will be taken in the coming few hours after they have a full understanding of what exactly is the reason behind the chest pain that Sourav Ganguly experienced. Meanwhile, for his legions of fans, yes, it is a cause of concern. He had been released from hospital, much to the joy of his fans, but he's back in hospital, and that's something that everyone who loves Sourav Ganguly is concerned about.
Now, Dr. Devi Shetty, the renowned cardiac surgeon, had actually flown in from Bangalore to advise the other doctors. He was at Woodlands earlier on. He's come to Apollo now. And the decision taken was that any future treatment in terms of more stents or anything else would be done in a period of time, not necessarily then. So just give us an idea of, what happened earlier on.
Well, what we know is that he had one angioplasty and that one stent was inserted, but there were more blockages in his heart. And that's something that doctors had said a decision on elective surgery would be taken later. Now, once, he experienced this chest pain, he was obviously brought back to the hospital. But doctors say that anyways, he was supposed to undergo checks, and based on what his condition was, they would, of course, decide on the future course of action. Now, this is something that perhaps they will have to take a call on now. At that point, when he was released from hospital, we were told that he's fine and fit to go home, but he needs to be under observation and rest. That's exactly what he was doing, is what we are being told. But he's complained of chest pain again, which is why he's been brought back to hospital, this time to the Apollo Hospital. What we're being given to understand at this point is that tests and whatever necessary investigation needs to be done is being done to determine what needs to be done next as far as Sourav Ganguly's condition is concerned.